Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those stories that's been creating quite a stir across the NFL landscape, and for good reason. Rumors are swirling that the New York Giants are on the brink of pulling off a blockbuster move that could redefine their entire season and potentially set them up for a deep playoff run. The buzz is that they're finalizing a trade to acquire Davante Adams from the Las Vegas Raiders. And yes, you heard that right. Adams, one of the elite wide receivers in the league, is headed to the Big Apple. This isn't just a minor move or a depth addition. This is a game changer, a move that signals the Giants' aggressive stance to contend now rather than later. And let's be honest, Giants fans, after a 2-4 start in the NFC East, it's clear that the team needed a spark on offense, especially after Malik Neighbors went down with a knee injury, sidelining him for 3 crucial games. The Giants have been struggling to find consistency in the passing game, and adding a player like Adams could be the catalyst that ignites their attack. So what's driving this blockbuster? Well, sources close to the league are whispering that the Raiders, in the midst of a rebuild, are prioritizing draft picks for their future quarterback and are eager to move on from Adams. They're looking to clear cap space, about $17 million, by trading away their star receiver, who, by the way, remains one of the most prolific route runners in the league. Adams, who's been selected to 3 Pro Bowls and is ranked among the top 15 PFF players in 2025, is an absolute weapon. Over his career, he's amassed over 200 receiving yards and 92 touchdowns, averaging a solid 1 yards per reception, and he's known for his precise route running, elite release, and ability to create separation against even the toughest coverages. Looking at his recent performance, Adams has been a key piece for the Raiders this season. Up until October 19th, he's caught 34 passes for 482 yards and 5 touchdowns, averaging 2 yards per reception. His explosiveness was on full display in Week 5, when he caught 11 passes for 162 yards, including a spectacular 58-yard touchdown that really showcased his big play ability. And despite some injury setbacks, like a shoulder injury in Week 1 that caused him to miss 2 games, Adams has proven that he's still among the best in the league when healthy. His advanced metrics, like EPA per target, plus 0.52, and his yards after catch, averaging 5.7 yards, place him in the top 10 among wide receivers, making him an immediate upgrade for any offense. Now, the Raiders, in their current rebuild, are shifting focus toward future assets. They're looking to draft a top-tier quarterback in the upcoming draft, and acquiring draft capital is crucial for that plan. Moving Adams not only helps them financially, freeing up cap space for 2026, but also allows them to focus on building around their young players and future franchise QB. They're also making some strategic moves on their offensive line, aiming to improve pass protection, which currently sees them surrendering around 3-4 sacks per game. Plus, the Raiders are extending a deal to Gardner Minshew, who might serve as a bridge quarterback, with a cap hit of $38 million in 2026, giving them flexibility as they build for the future. Meanwhile, the Giants are looking at this trade as an incredible opportunity to elevate their offense. With Adams now on board, the Giants' receiving core gets a serious upgrade. He perfectly complements Wan'Dale Robinson, who has been graded at 83. 9 PFF, and is expected to reach over 300 yards this season. The addition of Adams could boost the team's EPA per pass attempt by about 18%, which is a massive improvement considering their current struggles in the red zone, where they're currently converting touchdowns at just a 45% rate. Adams' presence could also open up the run game, allowing Saquon Barkley to find more running lanes, especially since the team's rushing average sits at around 4.7 yards per carry. And let's not forget the impact on the Giants' playoff chances. The odds of them winning the Super Bowl, which were previously around plus 15-0, are now being projected at plus 5-0 thanks to this move, according to FanDuel as of October 19th. That's a huge jump and reflects the belief that Adams could be the X factor that takes the Giants from a decent team to to legitimate contenders. His ability to make contested catches, especially in high-pressure moments, evokes memories of OBJ during those iconic Giants runs in the early 2010s. Adams's precise route running and elite release can dismantle coverages, especially against the Eagles and Cowboys, where the Giants face stiff competition. His addition is expected to add around 15 points per game to their offense in the postseason, making them a much more formidable opponent. Now, this trade isn't just a move for this season. It's a statement about the direction the Giants want to head. With Jackson Dart at quarterback, who's shown flashes of explosiveness and growth this season, the team is building an offense that's designed to be dynamic and unpredictable. Adams' arrival could turn the Giants into a true deep-threat team, capable of stretching defenses and creating mismatches everywhere. This is reminiscent of the impact Randy Moss had in the early 2000s with the Vikings and Patriots, a game-changing receiver who can elevate the entire offense. Of course, the impact on the NFC East is significant. The Eagles and Cowboys, both in seller mode with their own roster adjustments, now have to contend with a Giants team that's suddenly looking much more dangerous. The division race could be reshaped completely, with the Giants emerging as a serious playoff contender much sooner than expected. This move also signifies a shift in the Giants' mindset. No longer are they content with just building for the future. They're ready to compete now. The team's cap situation, with around $14 million in adjusted space after restructuring some contracts, gives them room to add more pieces if necessary, and it shows a clear commitment to pushing all in this season. As for the Raiders, this trade signals a different kind of rebuild, one that's more focused on accumulating draft picks, clearing cap space, and retooling for a future where they hope to be more competitive. The Raiders are betting heavily on their draft strategy, especially targeting a franchise quarterback, and moving Adams was a crucial step in that plan. This trade underscores the ongoing shift in the NFL where teams are increasingly valuing draft capital and cap flexibility over short-term star power, especially when facing a rebuild. And for the fans, this is what makes the NFL so exciting. These high-stakes moves that can change the trajectory of a franchise overnight. The Giants, with this addition, are positioning themselves as a team to watch in the NFC, especially if Jackson Dart continues to develop and if Adams can replicate his elite production. The chemistry between them could become one of the league's most lethal combinations, especially in high-stakes moments. And it's not just about the offense. Adams' presence could also take some pressure off other receivers, opening up opportunities for Wan'Dale Robinson and others to thrive. This move, if it comes to fruition, could be the beginning of a new chapter for the Giants, one where they're not just competing for a playoff spot, but are genuine contenders for the Super Bowl. Imagine a scenario where Adams, along with a healthy Barkley and an improved defense, leads them deep into January. The NFC landscape is evolving, and the Giants are right in the middle of it. The NFC East, which has long been a battleground of tough defenses and gritty teams, could see its balance of power shift dramatically. The Giants are making a statement. They're here, they're ready to fight, and with Adams on their roster, they're a team that defenses will have a hard time stopping. So fans, keep your eyes on this story because it's still developing, but the implications are huge. If this trade goes through, it could be one of those moves remembered for years, a turning point that propels the Giants into a new era of success. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good blockbuster in the NFL? The league is all about those moments of high drama and sudden shifts, and this one might just be the biggest of the season so far. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Adams will be the piece that finally pushes the Giants over the top? Are you excited about the potential playoff run? Or are you cautious about giving up draft picks for a player who's been dealing with injuries? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news on the Giants. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this Giants family growing stronger together.